Hey friends, I hope you're having a great Sunday. I'm so excited I get to do Sunday school with you today. Well, today we are going to see some stories of Jesus. And I want to tell you that one of my friends, Pastor Alex Hoops, and his kids, they've been making all these really cool videos about Jesus and the Bible using their toys, their action figures. And they've been so cool, and I thought, I want to do that. That looks like fun. And you know what? It was fun, but it was also really hard. It was a really tough project to work on. But today you're going to see 3 stories of Jesus. And in those stories, there's a group of people called the Pharisees. And they're kind of in disagreement with Jesus. Jesus, as you probably know, was Jewish. And when Jesus was alive, there was different groups of Jewish people, and they didn't always agree on things. And that's okay. Disagreement was part of their religion. And so they would talk about stuff, and maybe they would disagree, maybe they would agree, and then it was still okay because they were all Jews. Just like you might have a disagreement with your friends, but you're still friends, you still love each other. Like, I love to talk about Star Wars with my friends, and sometimes I'll say something like, well, do you think blah, 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 Star Wars, blah, 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 and my friend will say, don't you remember that Aunt Beru was holding this in episode 4? And I'll be like, oh, you're right. That makes what I said make no sense. Or I might say, I think it, even if she is holding that, what I said about Star Wars is still true. But you know what? We're still friends, and we can still love each other, even though we disagree. Well, when sometimes Jesus would be teaching, and these Pharisees, they would come and they would ask him some questions. Now, a Pharisee's job was to try to make the law, the Torah, more accessible for the regular person. Help everybody follow the law. And you know what? Jesus did that too. Another thing the Pharisees did was that they tried to extend the holiness of the temple into everyday life, into the regular home. And you know what? Jesus did the same thing. So even though Jesus did some of the same things that the Pharisees did, they didn't always agree on how you should do it. So that's the context that we see these stories in, okay? So you're going to see 3 stories, and Jesus does different things in each of the stories. Sometimes he twists their question on their head and gives them a different answer or a different question, and that is amazing. And people are like, whoa, that is so amazing. Sometimes Jesus would tell a story to give this point. And we'll see one of those, we'll see that too. And a great thing about hearing a story is that everyone takes something a little bit different out of a story. So that, again, we don't always agree on what the story means. And then our last story, Jesus tells somebody that their sins are forgiven. And the Pharisees are like, well, only God can forgive sins. And then Jesus says something really cool. And you'll see that. So, I hope you enjoy these stories. It was a lot of fun making them for you. And I hope when you're done, you talk to your family, your grown-ups, and maybe your brothers and sisters, or whoever you're at in your house, about what these stories mean to you, and what do you think Jesus is saying? What are the Pharisees saying? What are the disciples, what are the people that are watching thinking? Okay? All right. I hope you enjoy some stories of Jesus. Peace. Watch out and don't let anyone fool you. Many will come and claim to me. They will use my name and fool many people. When you hear about wars and threats of wars, don't be afraid. These things will happen first, but this isn't the end. Hey, Rabbi. Yes, Rabbi. Riddle me this. Is it lawful to pay taxes to Rome? Should we pay them or not? Hand me a denarius. Sorry. Now whose head is on that coin? The Caesar's. It looks like President Washington. Well, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. Hey, how's everybody liking the lamb chops? Oh, they're great. What do you call this sauce? Is that a mint jelly? Can you believe the audacity of this fellow? He welcomes sinners, and he even eats with them. Oh, you remind me of the story of a woman who had 10 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But where's the 10th coin? It's not with the rest of them. Owen, have you seen my coin? I wonder if Luke did something with it. What could it be? It's not under there. It's under the table. Where? It's not up here. Oh, there it is. There's the last coin. Hey everybody! Come on over! It's time to celebrate! What's going on? Well, rejoice with me because I have found what I have lost. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Just so I tell you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents. Consider the lilies of the field and the birds of the air. They neither work nor tarry, yet God provides for them. Oh, look how crowded it is. We'll never get in there. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't we go up on the roof? There's a hole. Let's lower him down. Yeah, that'll work. This was harder than we thought. Oh, we're almost there. We'll get up there. Greetings up there. Take heart, son. Your sins are forgiven. Why does he speak in this way? It is blasphemy! Rabbi, who can forgive sins but God alone? Why do you raise such questions in your hearts? Which is easier to say, your sins are forgiven, or get up and walk? I can walk. Whoa. I say this so that you know the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. Now take up your mat and return home. Thanks, Jesus. You can walk. I knew Jesus could help. Let's go home, friends. You up there, what's your name? I'm Gerald Ford.